Everyone ignored the janitor, until his discovery exposed everything they'd hidden. I first noticed it on a Thursday night, long after the building had emptied and the halls were holding their breath. A faint hum echoed through the vents, steady, unnatural, too deliberate to be an old AC unit dying again. I was wiping down the lobby tiles when the lights above flickered once, then held still, like someone behind the walls had paused. That was the moment I realized something inside this building wasn't meant to be found, especially not by someone like me. People here barely learned my name. To them, I was just the janitor. I didn't mind it, not really. I'd taken this night shift job in Alderwick Heights, a newly renovated 10-story building in Virginia, because it paid steady and kept me away from the noise of the day. I had a daughter to support, medical bills piling up, and the city wasn't kind to men like me. But every night I worked, I stayed unnoticed. Like a shadow, they stepped around. The building manager made sure I remembered where I stood. He never greeted me, never thanked me, never even looked at me unless he needed to blame something. Stay in your zones, he said when I first started. Basement, lobby, and floors 3 to 5. Everything else is restricted. Restricted meant important people didn't want questions. The first conflict came when I was clearing trash from the stairwell and found a shredded piece of paper, half a form stamped confidential, level 2. It wasn't from any tenant, and it wasn't from any department this building claimed to have. Before I could pocket it, the manager appeared behind me and snatched it straight from my hand. This doesn't concern you, he said sharply, eyes cold. Stay in your areas. He walked away before I could speak, but his fingers had trembled when he took it. That told me more than anything he said. 2 days later, at 2:14 a.m., the humming sound returned. Louder this time, pulsing beneath my feet. It was coming from the basement sublevel, but there wasn't supposed to be a sublevel. The elevator controls skipped from B to G, so how was something running below it? That was when my patience cracked. I'd ignored enough in life. Ignored doctors, ignored bills, ignored the world when it ignored me, but now something was staring straight at me from below the floors I cleaned every night, daring me to look deeper. I began gathering evidence quietly, like someone who'd spent his whole life watching from corners. A contractor friend I trusted came by pretending to deliver new cleaning supplies. Inside the boxes were old blueprints from Alderwick's first construction in 1989. Blueprints that showed a shuttered sealed-off floor labeled B2, Research Storage. Twist 1. But the second twist came when I found the door. Behind the storage racks in the basement was a metal sheet fixed to the wall, but the screws were new, not from the original build. I used my flashlight and caught a faint airflow leaking around the edges. Someone had sealed a real door behind a fake wall. I hid a tiny recording device inside the vent and returned the next night to check it. The audio captured something I wasn't ready for. The manager's voice, and another man whispering about moving batches before inspections. Batches of what? Then I heard a hiss, like gas release valves. That was enough. I needed backup. I contacted an attorney from a small firm called Whitlow and Crane Legal. He didn't laugh at me, didn't brush me off. He listened. And when he heard the recording, he said one sentence that flipped every power dynamic in my life. You've stumbled onto something they shouldn't have built. He filed an emergency anonymous safety complaint with the city and scheduled an inspection for the next morning. The manager was furious, red-faced, sweating, pacing the lobby like a trapped animal. But he couldn't block government inspectors. When they opened the false wall with drills and crowbars, the truth spilled out. Stacks of unregistered chemical canisters, unauthorized refrigeration units, documents showing nighttime shipments, a hidden staircase leading to the illegal floor. It wasn't research storage. It was a secret pharmaceutical testing room, run without permits, without oversight, without safety protocols. And the manager? He'd been paid to keep the secret buried. As officers escorted him out of the building, he shot me a look that wasn't anger. It was disbelief. Disbelief that the invisible janitor had undone everything they built. Type SEEN if you believe no one stays invisible forever. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories.